Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my plan to pan for 2025. Now basically this is going to be the newer version of Project Pan that I'm going to be doing in 2025. Every year I kind of tweak it a little bit based on the learnings of the previous year, and if you watched my Project Pan finale for 2024, which went up a couple of days back, you can go ahead and get a more thorough idea. I feel like before you sit down and watch this video, that video would kind of make sense because they're kind of interrelated to each other. In fact, in present day, I just filmed that video a couple of minutes ago, and I might as well thought that since I am in this mindset where I'm thinking about my Project Pan very deeply, I should just film it's like the second part to the previous part, it's like you watch the first movie and then you are excited to watch the sequel because they kind of go together. If it's making any sense, I hope that what I'm saying is making sense. So it kind of feels like the second part of the first part. So for 2025, I've decided to not do my Project Pan updates that frequently, and I want every single update to have exciting elements in it. Basically, how do I put it? I think in the previous year, I kind of spoke about this in the previous video as well, so I won't go talking about too long in this one about it. But basically, I want every single update that I do to have certain exciting updates, like, oh, I used up these products, oh, I hit pan on these products, I hit my goals on these products, and that is why I'm doing them less often and I'm doing them spread out basically. So now I'm going to do an update every quarter, which means that after this update you will directly see one in end of March, beginning of April. I want to say mostly beginning of April because I want to film it after the 31st of March to give you a proper quarter, a proper quarterly update. So you'll see one in first week of April, you'll see one in first week of July, you'll see one in first week of October, and then you'll just see the finale towards the end of the year, maybe end of December, beginning of January, that kind of thing. Mostly end of December. I would make sure that it's going to be a part of Vlogmas for sure. So yes, my other goal, I would say, is to hit major progress on 25 different things. Now of course the reason why I'm choosing 25 is because 2025, but the other thing is I don't necessarily want to give myself the goal of using up 25 things in 2025 because that is truly not a realistic goal. But if I combine hitting pan on products and using up products, I feel like the 25 usage goal is not that crazy, considering not all the products in my collection are new. A lot of the products are older. A lot of the products I already have very good usage on, and I just need to give myself the final push to either use up those things or hit pan on them, whatever the goal is. So yes, for today's video I actually initially had 10 products, but then while I was collecting products for this video, I decided to add in one more product, which I'll talk about when I speak about it. But yes, today we have 11 things that I'm going to start out the year with, and I feel like I don't want to add 25 products just in the beginning of the year because I feel like as the year progresses I might get bored of some of those things and I might realize, oh, why did I put this in the project and why did I waste my time on it? Because I could have rather focused my attention on something else. So now that I'm putting these 11 products in, the reason is because I'm focusing on these 11 things, and as and when I hit my goals on them, I will of course remove them out of the project, add in new things. And even if I feel like I want to remove some of these eventually, which mostly I will not feel that way. I know that because I've been very thorough in terms of selecting specific things, and I want to actually hit my uses on them, and only then I will remove them out of the project. But anyways, I think most of you are here to actually see the products that I want to focus on in 2025. So let's quickly dive into that. To start out with, first I think we should start with lip products because those are really exciting. The first two products I'm currently actually focusing on very heavily in the month of December, for actually two different reasons. Firstly, I wanted to use these both up in 2024, but I did realize that it's eventually not going to happen. Today when I'm sitting down and filming this, we're on the 16th of December, so I still have 15 more days technically to use these two up, but I know it's not going to happen in 15 days. It might happen with one, but since I'm equally focusing on both of them, I don't think it's going to happen with one or the other. Basically, I'm speaking about my Nykaa Ultra Matte lipsticks. I have the shade Diana and I have the shade Mona Lisa. Now, Diana is what I'm wearing today. and you can see there is still quite a bit of product. Even if I use it every single day for the remaining 15 days, I don't think I'm going to be able to use it up. So this is definitely going to be a 2025 empty. And then the shade Mona Lisa, I could actually use up if I used it every single day, but I don't want to again just force myself to use it this year. So again, this is most likely going to be a 2025 empty, not a 2024 empty, but let's see. Now the second reason why I'm using this very regularly is because my lips are quite dry this time in the winters, and that is why I'm not reaching for my liquid lipsticks as much as I would usually do. So I think it's a great chance to use up these because they are more wearable for me and they don't dry out my lips as much as liquid lipsticks do. That only happens during the winter time. Throughout the rest of the year, I stay away from bullet lipsticks and I mostly use my liquid lipsticks 100% of the time. So considering that, I think now is the time before February when I can actually use these up completely, because once it gets hotter again, I'm not going to reach for these at all. So it might as well make sense for me to use them up before that. So those are my first two products that I'm going to be focused on to use them up completely. Just specifying again what my goal is on that. Then moving on, next we do have two liquid lipsticks as well. Now the reason for these two is that I can still use them, I feel like, occasionally, maybe along with a lip balm or maybe even in the month of March, because like I told you, my update is going to be coming out in the first week of April. So I do feel like I can focus on them and I can use them up in the first 3 months of the year, hopefully, once I'm done with my Nykaa Ultra Mattes. Now these two liquid lipsticks are from Verified and K Beauty. Now I have Verified's Butter Blondie. This is the only Verified liquid lipstick that is left in my collection which I haven't either used up or decluttered or had to toss away, and I already have a lot of great use on this. In my 2024 finale, I kind of mentioned that I used this up quite a bit, and I've also noticed that this does not come with a lot of uses. So I feel like it's going to be pretty easy for me to completely use this up with just a couple of uses. So I'm just going to give myself that final push to use it up and to get this product out of my collection. So my goal on this one is also to use it up completely. Now K Beauty's Embrace, that is the shade that I have. Now this is not a favorite formula for me. That is the main reason that I want to use it up, because I want to get it out of my collection. Considering how much money I spent on it, I don't want to declutter it, and also because this shade is something that I do like. I don't love the shade on me, but I feel like I do like it enough to where I can at least use it and use it up. The formula is also not one of my favorites, so again, all the more reason to use it up and get rid of it. Now I don't know how long this is going to last, so it's probably going to be a little bit harder to use up this as compared to some of the other lipsticks which I know are going to be easier for me to use. But I'm not going to discourage myself from using this up for that reason. It could be more of a longer haul item. I don't know if I'll be able to use this up by March or not, but I'm willing to try. So I am going to be keeping this until March, and hopefully let's see in our first update if I'm able to use it up or not. Even if I'm not able to use it up, I'll be okay with it. I'll just give myself another quarter, and at least by the mid-year point I should be able to use this up for sure. Then let's talk about our last lipstick. Now this is going to be probably the most difficult to use up. I am giving myself a very high goal in the sense that I don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve it or not, but at least I'm willing to try. Now this is a red bullet lipstick. It is from MAC and it is the shade Russian Red. Now like you can see, I have a lot of this left because I don't wear it very often, and I wanted to use it a little bit more often in the winter time. That is why I put this in the project, is because I want to wear this whenever I possibly can and get uses on this. Now my goal for this one is also to use it up, which I know is a very lofty goal, and I have never ever in my entire life used up a red lipstick, not just a liquid lipstick but a red lipstick in general. I've never used up one because I'm not someone who wears red a lot. I feel like since 2024 that has changed a little bit. I feel like I've worn red lipstick more in 2024 than I have in my entire life. So I just want to push myself a little bit more to make it a shade that I wear more often and use it as much as I possibly can, and hopefully eventually use it up. So this is something I'm not aiming to do in the first quarter, not even by the mid-year point. It's just something I want to do eventually in this year. Like, that is the realistic goal, is to use this up by December 2025. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but we're willing to bet and see how that goes. That is it for all the lipsticks that we have. Like you saw, 50% of my project pan and like my plan to pan for 2025 is just lipsticks, because I feel like that is one area of my collection where I can get good progress, and that is also the one product that I literally wear every single day. So we can make a lot of good progress in that area. Then let's move on next and talk about eyeshadows. Now, some of the oldest products that I have in my collection, which I do use as eyeshadows even though they're not meant to be eyeshadows, is my Avon duos. Now I have two duos. One is like a cool contour shade with a highlighter, and then that is what this one looks like. And then the other one is one that I already have pretty good usage on from 2023, which is this one. So this is the warmer bronzer shade that you can see already has pan. So I was focusing on this in 2023 and I finally hit pan on it after using it for an entire year. And then this one you can see looks pretty brand new. It's not brand new, but it doesn't have as much use on this because this one I didn't focus on as much. Now again, for both of these, my goal is to hit pan on this one and to use up this one. Very lofty goals, I know that, especially considering I had to use this for an entire year every single day to finally just hit pan on it. So I know it's something that's not going to happen very easily, but I want to focus on these since they are the oldest products in my collection. Now that doesn't mean I'm not going to focus on other eyeshadows in my collection, because I don't want to just focus an entire year on just these two and then not touch the rest of my collection. So I'm going to reach for these whenever I possibly can, yet at the same time I'm going to use other eyeshadows also that I have in my collection. So I'm willing to see how much progress I'm making on these by putting them in my project pan, and for the rest of the year I'm just going to focus on my other things. So yes, let's see how we do on these two. I am not expecting to see too much progress just within one quarter or even by June, to be very honest. Let's move on next to blushes, because we have 3 different blushes. Now the first two which I want to just hit pan on, because these I don't have pan on yet. The first one is my e.l.f. blush. This is in the shade Always Rosy. This is my favorite nude blush ever. Now usually I don't put products that I love in my project pan because I don't want to use them up. I just want to keep them in my collection and cherish them. But over the years I've realized that makeup goes bad and eventually you have to part with it any which ways. So might as well use your favorite things. And this is one of my favorite things. So the reason I'm putting this in my project pan is because I want to motivate myself to use it more and not just save it. So by putting it in the project pan, I'm going to reach for this more regularly. I'm going to hopefully hit pan on this. I don't know if that's going to happen by March or not, but if I use it regularly, that's when I will know as to how much product is in here and how much time does it take to actually hit pan on this. Just hit pan on it. Once I hit pan on it, I think I will move my attention to other blushes that I have in my collection, because I have a lot of blushes, and if I want to go through all of them, I'm going to have to focus equally on all of them. So once I hit pan on this, I will definitely take it out. I know that, because I don't want to completely use it up and then want to repurchase it but not repurchase it because I have so many blushes. So once I hit pan on it, I will take a back seat, but for now I do want to hit pan on this blush. The other blush that I also want to hit pan on is my Essence blush. This is my The Blush in the shade Befitting. Now, like you can see, this one has a broken packaging because it's quite flimsy. Now for this one, I actually have the goal to finish it up, but I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it up just in the first quarter. So my initial goal is just going to be hitting pan on this, and then once I hit pan on it, I want to use it up. The reason for that is definitely the broken packaging. This is something I have to be very delicate with. I cannot travel with it. I cannot keep it even in my makeup pouch for that reason, because my makeup pouch I do pick up here and there and it can easily get messed up. So that's why I have to keep this in my like little cubby drawer system kind of a thing. Now on this, I can see that there is a lot of use, and actually I've used it a lot, by the way, in 2024. So I feel like using it up in 2025 should not be that hard, but to start out with, I want to at least hit pan before I think about using it up completely. So let's see how many more uses we need to get on this just to hit pan, and then we'll take it from there. Moving on, next, we have the surprise addition that I put into my project pan just before sitting down to film this video. Now this is my Tarte blush in the shade Charmed, and you can see I already have major pan on this, and there is not a lot of product that is left in here. I was saving it for the past couple of months because I was looking for a shade. Actually, I was looking to repurchase this and get a full size of this blush, but then I discovered it's not available as a full size. It was like a limited edition launch that they did for their I want to say blush palette system, or like blush sets that they do during the holiday season. That is how I ended up getting my hands on this, is through their blush vault or blush set or whatever you want to call it. So since this is not available as a full size, I ended up finding two blushes, not just one, but two blushes which are the exact same shade as this. And now that I have found replacements for the specific shade, I want to use this one up because it's not going to be very hard to use up, I know that. So I'll be able to make my collection smaller by using up one of the existing blushes that I have. And also because I've used this up so much in 2024, I feel like I won't have to work too hard on this in 2025 to eventually use it up completely. I have a feeling that as I keep going through this, the formula is going to start cracking and crumbling, and maybe I'll lose it all completely. So till I can reach that point, I want to keep using this and get as much use out of this as much as possible. And once we have a shiny, like completely empty pan, I can toss this out of my collection basically. So my goal is to use this one up, and I think I can do that within the first quarter. I think it's achievable, but we'll have to try that out and see how long it takes. So that is that. And then the last product for this video is, again, it's a lofty goal, but I'm going to at least try. Let's just say that. I feel like I've said that for quite a few products in this project so far. So my lofty goal is to hit pan on this huge, ginormous pan of Marc Jacobs bronzer. Now this is another one of the products, again, like I said, that I've had in my collection for a while. I've had it for a couple of years, not just a few years. I've had it for a couple of years, and thankfully the formula is still great. I use it every once in a while, and the formula is still amazing. I love this shade. In fact, I feel like this is the perfect bronzer contour color for me personally, and I was looking for something to replace this in my collection as well, because like you guys know, Marc Jacobs Beauty is not a brand any longer, and this product is not available any longer. We have been hearing that they are bringing Marc Jacobs Beauty back, but I don't know if they're going to be bringing back the specific product or not. So I wanted to look for a replacement just for myself, but since I have this product in my collection, I'm definitely not going to be able to part with it. I want to keep it in my collection till the day it goes bad, and I'm going to use it consistently and get as much usage out of this as much as possible till the day it goes bad. So my goal for now is to hit pan on it. Again, I don't think it's going to be achievable in the first 3 months or the first 6 months of the year, realistically speaking. So even by December 2025, if I'm able to hit pan on it, I still think that's going to be a very big achievement. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on for the next 3 months at least. But at least till I hit pan on it, I'm going to be focusing on this solely. So yes, that is my last product for this plan to pan video. It's an introduction video, obviously, and I will be like I mentioned a couple of times, I will be doing the update for you in the first week of April. So for the next 3 months, I'm going to focus all of my attention on these products, and let's see where we get and how much progress we make till April. So I'm gonna see you again with these products again then, but till then, you have been seeing new uploads from me every single day, and you will see that till the 31st, and then from January again I'll go back to my thrice a week schedule. But I hope that you've been enjoying all the content that I posted for you guys in Vlogmas, and definitely make sure to let me know your thoughts and your feedback down below. Are you enjoying my Project Pan series? If you follow with like, if you keep up with it basically, and follow, like if you've been following along, and let me know if you do a Project Pan as well every single year. Let me know how you've been doing on a Project Pan and what are your plans for 2025. I would love to know. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you again tomorrow. So till then, bye bye.